Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I know you like that.
To another episode of Seymour Shenanigans. Seymour Shenanigans. We gonna shenan again.
Hey!
We gonna shenan again.
What up, y'all?
Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay, y'all, let's just dive right into it. Today we talking about when to speak up.
When to speak up?
When to speak up in the marriage, in your relationship, and whatever. When to speak up. I say right away.
You say right away?
Right away. When to speak up. Right away. If y'all follow or watch another podcast we was doing, Marriage as Well, you probably would have heard me talk about this before. I don't do no whole all that picking battles, all that yada yada yada. I address everything head on right then and there. So when to speak up. I feel like when there is anytime you disagree with something, you should speak up. Not like, well, you want to be meek about it. No, speak up. Because if you just go along with something and that ain't what you wanted to do to begin with, then, we open the doors for a lot of unnecessary stuff. Keep it PG as best as I can. We open the door for regret. We open up the door for resentment. Bigger arguments maybe later on down the line because you agreed to something you didn't really want to do. And here we go 10 years later, it's coming back up and, one person is thinking, oh, I thought we already settled this. Nah, my boy.
No, that person mad because they've been holding on to that for a while. Feel like they done wasted their time and energy. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So, I feel like you should speak up right away. What about you?
Right away sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be, like you said, right away, but I also give it a little bit of time. See if there may be some correction on their end. I can't give a specific time, but I will definitely say before you get to that boiling point.
But, okay, you say give it a little bit of time to see if there would be some correction on their end. But how will they know there needs to be some correction on their end if the other person don't speak up? How would you know if you need to correct something you said or that didn't make sense or I didn't agree, I didn't like it if I don't speak up right away? Because clearly if you said something, you did something, you suggested something, whatever the case may be, you thought that was the right thing to do, you thought it was appropriate, you thought it made sense, etc., etc. Because you came to me with it or, you came to that person with it. So how would they know that correction needs to be done if one don't speak up?
That's true. Because as we've told you all previously, communication is key. Mm-hmm. So it's one of those things.
And consideration is key.
Consideration. You have, though. I think it's also is one of those things sometimes you communicate to your spouse, but you also, you tell them immediately head on. That's gives them, okay, well, I was thinking, it allows them to give them that process. Sometimes that may come with self-correction as well. If once you bring it up immediately, you understand it. Now it's one of those things where it's now that you've told them that, now you can be okay, I'm going to lay back a little bit, see if they know to make the correction on their own without having to constantly tell them.
Yeah, that's the point of me speaking up, but that ain't what you just said. You said, don't speak up right away, allow room for correction, but they can't correct nothing, they don't know that it ain't right.
That is true. That is true.
So now you coming on my side of the argument, or the fence. It ain't an argument, but my side of the fence.
I think your lawyers, yeah. I'm slowly coming to the dark side.
The dark side? Why it gotta be dark, baby? We bright over here. What?
She's right, though. You are correct, my love.
Always. That's why they married me. I'm the smartest person in the room.
No argument there. No argument there.
And I will say this, just to your point, right? Yes, to my point, speak up right away. To your point, allow time for them to correct.
Right. That's yeah.
Okay.
Because when a lot of times when you allow a person to correct themselves, it allows them to learn on their own, versus you having to tell them. You know, so that may help. They'd be like, okay, well, I see this. Let me go ahead and do this, or let me go. I messed up on this. Let me correct.
Right.
myself.
Or even you can just ask questions, because just because I say I disagree with something does not automatically mean you know how to correct it either, or doesn't automatically mean you understand what the issue is or what the problem is.
Or yeah.
So you got to also just be able to be open-minded to, you know, constructive criticism, right? For lack of better terms in this moment.
Absolutely.
But you got to be open-minded to the feedback and the constructive criticism of like, hey, I don't agree with that because X, Y, and Z. What can we do about that? Or like, what can we say? How can we explore this? Whatever the case may be. You know, you got to be able to, even if you don't have any alternatives, I do think it is important as a spouse, as a significant other, you got to be able to say, well, even if you just knew that person wasn't going to agree, you could be like, I just knew you was going to agree with that. Okay, where did I drop the ball? Like, where are the dots not connecting? Like, why aren't you agreeing with this? It's okay for you to speak up and ask questions too.
Absolutely. I think that's where sometimes the challenge may come, and I'm speaking for me personally, is asking the right type of questions. You know, because that's one of those things where it's like you can hear a person, you can understand them, but you may need a little more minor details, which may be very important.
Yeah.
And so you have to ask the questions to get that out. And sometimes for some people, it may be like, man, like, okay, I get what you're saying. I understand it. But then you may think about this like, well, how do I find out this? So you have to ask the question.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's a challenge for some people in it as well. And that's something that they
like for you, that was a challenge for you.
Yeah, like ask the questions was like, you would give me something and I'd be just like, okay, well, you can do this, you do that. And I'm like, wait. And he was like, nah, I already got the answer. I just wanted you to listen to the thought process and things like that. So now it's like, well, do you want me to listen or you want me to give advice?
Yeah. But I think also it's you asking questions for you. That's the challenge for you also, because like I've seen firsthand, like I'll say something and it could be completely different than what you said, because I'd be like, nah, that doesn't make sense. Like, I think you should do it this way. And then you just be like, okay, you just go with it and you don't challenge it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's almost like you suppress your own thought process in a moment. And it's like, no, I don't want you to suppress it. I don't want you to put it down like it didn't matter. I want you to be able to explore a different perspective of it, because I'm challenging your thought process, because I know that you can do a lot better if you look at it from this angle. The outcome may be 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? And I know for you, because sometimes you would just be like, okay. Or you just be like, or you don't, sometimes you don't even say nothing. You just be walking off and I be like, hello, like, any opinions to the thought process I just shared? And then you be like, oh, I was just finna do it. And I'm like, no, I don't want you to just do it. I want us to converse about it and see, like, does that make sense? Do you understand how I got there? What was your thought process that maybe I missed? Because we know while this man is long-winded at times, there are also a lot of times where it's details that's just missing. It's still in his head, but it didn't come out his mouth. So I'm like, because I could have missed something. What is it? You know? And so I do know that, like I said, asking questions for you is a bit challenging sometimes. And sometimes you're good at asking questions. You'll sit there like, what? What? I be like, do you get it? No. I don't. That be the thing. That's exact face. No. I'm like, what you gonna ask a question? No. Be like, bruh, help me help you. Nigga. damn. But that would be. But like, it's no. I think, but what was the original? Oh, like, yeah, so speaking up is always just like, just speak up. Speak up immediately. And speaking up doesn't have to be confrontational at all. It can just be simply like, hey, I ain't following that. I don't agree with that. I don't remember us saying this was the plan. Like, what?
Because that was going to be my point. Okay, at what point? Because, you know, some people may think speaking up means like, oh, it's considered confrontational or argument or things like that. And I don't think it is. I think it's one of those things is you're bringing a situation to the table so that you all can both be on one accord.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But some people think that it's one of those things. So it's one of those like unspoken truths like, well, you said it, so you know I gotta abide by it.
No,
marriage is compromise, so I gotta do this. You know, happy wife, happy life.
child, I mean that is true. Happy wife, happy life. But
No, it's not.
happy spouse.
Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
Boy, I would cut you.
No, what was your second part you supposed to say?
Nah, I ain't saying it now because that's what your bald head ass get. You talk too damn much. Trying to be slick at the mouth.
I was.
Nah, anyways, I ain't saying nothing. Continue with your bull crap. Continue with your shenanigans.
Shenanigans. All right. So speak up. And
Anyways, anybody listening to him. Anybody listen to him. Y'all listen to me now.
You got the floor.
What I was about to say, I'm still not saying what you heard me starting to
But that's
say.
an important part.
No, it ain't. Anyways, look, that the people was witnessing us going back and forth like some banshees. But I was about to say, anybody who feel like that speaking up is confrontational, I was really about to say you need to go seek therapy because it's not. If you are, because that's kind of like avoidance, right? You're avoiding confrontation. That's because you're afraid of something. 9 times out of 10 is because somebody is afraid of something. When they're avoiding confrontation, they're afraid of like the possible outcome. They're afraid of making somebody mad. They're afraid of like all these things. And it's like, no, you do have a voice. You can speak up. And your significant other do have a voice. They can speak up. Just because they're speaking up, that don't mean they're trying to argue back and forth with you. If that's what you think that is, then you need to go see therapy as well and figure that out, because that's not what that means. That's some deep-rooted childhood shit you probably got going on that ain't never been addressed. Everybody should be able to voice their opinions and speak up about something. And again, it doesn't mean that person got to be rude with it, nice with it, none of that.
Because when you don't speak up and you hold it in, it's gonna come out rude, nasty,
Yep.
and all
That's
that.
when it come
stuff.
out rude and nasty. Yep. And I mean, I feel like, and if we're being honest, I feel like that has happened before between us, like early on, like trying to keep the peace and not speak up on certain things, and then it's like, all right, look, motherfucker, you pissing me off.
I was pissing you off, baby.
Just like you just did, and these people witnessed it. Shit, getting on my nerves. Be like, cut all this shit. I'll flip all this shit over.
Oh, you will, look. You will, look.
But nah, for I do feel like everybody should speak up. And I think also speaking up also allows your partner to be able to like support your ideas as well and support where you're coming from and your needs and wants as well. You know what I'm saying? Because like, how I'm gonna know to support it, you know, or the level of support you need in whatever we're talking about if you don't speak up about it.
That is true.
You know?
And it allows you to be, like you said, on one accord.
Yeah.
You know, you need to reveal your thought process, their thought process. Because like you said, 2 people can watch the same exact thing and get 2 totally different things from it.
When I said it, in the previous episode before.
Well, just yeah.
Probably, I don't know.
So it is
I say
one
that
of
all the time.
But that's one of the reasons why communication and bringing it up
Yeah.
is key. Because like you said, that person could think, oh, well, I was thinking this. And that person, well, no, it's really like this. I was thinking that.
Yeah, no.
You so.
Yeah. We've had those moments too.
Right.
Like, oh, that's what you got from that?
Mm-hmm.
That be my thing. That's what you got from that?
Yeah.
That's his say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I be like, all right, let's roll it back. Let's try this again. Let's start this over. What? this is what I had meant was.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, I think, is just allow your partner to be supportive. And just because we're talking about speaking, that don't mean necessarily just all the bad things either. It's like the good things too. You don't have to hold stuff in, be like, oh, because hey, if you gotta hold stuff in because you don't like, and it's exciting news because like it's gonna rub your partner the wrong way or something. Hey, your partner jealous of you or something.
They haters.
They some haters.
Be your own people.
That's his favorite line.
Be your own people.
But nah, you want your partner to be able to. You want to be like, I know my man or my woman support me, so I'm gonna speak up. I'm gonna let her know that's what's going on, whatever. Or even like, oh, I'm going through this troubling stuff at work or whatever. I need your support. Yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Speak up about those things too. You don't have to go through none of that alone. That's why I say speak up. Good, bad, indifferent, ugly, all the other stuff.
Exactly. And then, like you said, the good stuff. When something good happens to you, you want your spouse will probably be the first person that you go to.
Yeah, it should be. Hopefully.
Right. Like, hey, guess what this happened? Blah, 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 blah. It go. It's always like you want to be there, a support system for your spouse.
Absolutely.
Your biggest cheerleader.
Go ahead.
Wise counsel.
True.
Listening ear. All that stuff. So it's important to not hold stuff in.
Yeah.
I have to learn that. Like, don't hold stuff in.
Yeah, he had that bad. I'm like, bro, would you police?
Yeah.
Talk.
Yo.
Are you mute?
Not no more.
That be the thing. Let me tell y'all, that be the thing. You be like, oh, do this. Like, it's okay. You get comfortable. You get to a point, and then they don't know how to shut up. They don't know when to stop.
She be like, all right, take the battery out.
I'm just playing, though. I'm just playing.
But no, and I think that, like, for me, like, because I have moments, especially like when I'm with my wife, where like I'm a quiet, laid back type of person. But it's literally sometimes where I'll be just sitting here, she be sitting there like this, and I'll be just talking her ear out about things that I don't know, minor thoughts. And then she be like, oh yeah, and then I'm like, yeah, you blah blah blah, you do this, you do that, So I think it's just one of those things where it's like challenge yourself.
I think we both do that though.
Well,
it just really depends on.
Well,
I naturally do it because that's always my thing. Like I just be talking.
I think so. It is like you're in your growth, your element with it. Like for me, it was a challenge because it was like, well, I gotta talk,
right?
So like, but that's a testament to you. Like both of us, like you gave me that position to where I can feel comfortable to talk.
Yeah.
And be able to challenge, grow out of my shell, and that made me feel like be able to trust you and go out on that realm. So yeah.
No,
so thank you,
true.
baby.
Oh, you welcome. Y'all see how he came back. He got it together. That's how you know I got him in check. I'm just like, and you saw that
You got
video.
me on what?
Boy, shut up. You saw that video on where'd you listen?
What? I'm listening.
The video on the Instagram when the lady was like, y'all, you gotta have your husband in check.
And he stopped all that. He was like, what?
No, he didn't. But did you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I seen it.
Right, that's why I was making a joke out there.
I know that.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get what twisted.
Don't let these people see you get. We do not condone violence, y'all. Don't take none of this shit serious. This is how we joke all the time.
Right.
Like, that's just how I play all day. I'm rough. I could have been a tomboy when I was growing up, but I wasn't. I think when I got older, I turned into a tom woman.
A delicate little flower, my baby.
Sure. Okay. Speaking of, as we wrap this episode, supporting each other, right? Who else do you feel like you can count on for support? Like outside of like our marriage, outside of us, who else do you feel that you count on for support? When it comes to like us, our union and stuff like that, and just I guess individual for yourself.
Family or parents.
I was about to say you gotta be specific because you can't just say family. Yeah, not all families.
Some people it may be your family. Like for me, is
I'm talking about for you.
For me personally, it's my parents. My mom, my dad, especially my uncle. Have that support group. Also, you can go to, you understand you have married friends.
Yeah, I'm
that
talking
we
about you
can
though.
go. Yeah, that we can go and give advice to, and like, hey, you encountering this in your marriage?
No.
For me personally,
Yeah, for you.
yeah.
What married friends you want to get advice from? Not to.
It depends on what the situation is. It may not.
You got a married friend you can get advice from?
It may be career wise. It could be a number of things.
No, I know what it could be. No, I'm asking you, do you feel like you have married friends that you can actually get advice from? That's
Absolutely.
what I'm asking. Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I was just trying to get...
Yeah.
Because at first you said we got married friends we can give advice to.
Oh.
So I was like,
my
no,
bad.
what about you?
So you can get advice from as well.
So what would you go to your married friends to get advice from? Like what category?
It could be business things, finances, just on...
Thinking of your married friends, what actual categories? You got married friends you get business advice from?
Yeah, like career-wise moves, things, networking things.
You know?
Yeah.
I ain't even trying to be shady. I'm trying to think of like your married friends specifically. Like I know, because again, this goes to like, I think we talked about in the last episode, like how I jokingly said like you don't got friends, but that's because you don't be talking to them on a regular. So I'm just trying to like think about like, dang, what married friends you talking about? They got like businesses and stuff like that. My mind went very literal, so that's what I was trying to understand.
Yeah, your mind very literal.
I'm just trying to understand. Welcome to my brain in the real time. No, I'm trying to understand. You got a married couple friend. Okay. We'll talk about it. Tell me off camera who that is. Because I'm like really drawing a blank. Because I can see you saying for kids. Because just about all your married friends got kids. So like parenthood and fatherhood. That's what I was really expecting you to say.
Yeah.
But like when you talk about like business, finances. I'm trying to think of like who.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be shady to his friends. Because I know y'all be watching it. I was just trying to put two and two together. But anyways.
Yeah. Anyway.
What he really said in his head is, girl, shut up. You finna get me in trouble. Okay, so you say you got a couple of married friends you got to go to for support. I know you say your dad, or both your parents, but I know especially your dad for different things. Your uncle, was it anybody else that you was thinking about?
No, that was it.
Yeah, okay.
What about you?
For me, definitely my mom, my sister, and I have a couple of girlfriends, and yeah. Oh, and a couple of cousins. Got about like 2 cousins, and yeah, and I should get support from them on everybody's probably literally very different topics. Very different. Like one is like more spiritual connections. So like I know I get like support in that realm of things like spiritual stuff, guidance and stuff like that. Nobody for finances. That's all me. They come to me for that. We kind of bounce ideas off each other, come out with plans, and like really unpack that. Definitely kids, because just about all of them got kids with the exception of like 2 of them. Mm-hmm. So they can like give me tips and stuff on like motherhood, like the journey, especially as we're getting ready to start preparing for that process within a year. Heck, I was talking to Dominique the other day about it. I'm like, I'm looking for a gynecologist. I'm looking for this. What did you look for? How was that hospital? What hospital was you at? What did it look like? What do you know about this? So she's spewing off everything. So that's very helpful. Yeah, and business, a couple of me and my friends, we got businesses. So we always bouncing ideas and stuff like that. So yeah. And marriage stuff just in general, because I do got 2 married couple friends that I talk to on a regular, and we are able to talk about like just the woes of marriages and the highs of marriages, lows, the excitement part of, and they're like, okay, should I be quiet during this part? Granted, we talking about speaking up, but it's like, am I tweaking? Cause let me know before I crash out. right? Or is it like, girl, that's not what that meant, or type of stuff like that, bouncing ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, I got my peoples, got my support.
That's good. That's good.
He's still over here thinking like, yeah, she finna get me in trouble with my friends.
I said it be your own people.
Y'all, charge it to my head, not my heart. Cause I love all y'all that I know of. He got friends in his head I don't know about. Just kidding. Charge it to my head, not my heart though. For real. Okay, anything else you want to add to about this just topic in general? Support, speaking up, whatever.
Nah, speaking up, do it ASAP. Speaking up don't mean argument, confrontation. Mm-hmm. You know, communication is key. We always tell you that. That about sums it up.
Mm-hmm. I think so. All right, y'all know what to do. Subscribe, rate, review, all the other good stuff on the YouTube. Follow us on everything at Seymour in Action. And that is a wrap, because it's Seymour Shenanigans. Seymour Shenanigans. We gon' shenanigans.
Hey!
We gon' shenan again. Peace.